Ever felt that little jolt of panic when a payment doesn't go through? Maybe you're at the till, your basket overflowing, or trying to send money to a friend in a hurry, and nothing. The transaction is declined. Frustrating, right? But what if that decline wasn't due to insufficient funds or a technical glitch on the merchant's end? What if your bank, specifically Monzo, had stepped in and blocked the payment? That's the question we're diving deep into today. Can Monzo actually block your payments? It's a question that touches on everything from security and fraud prevention to your control over your own money. We're going to explore the reasons why a bank like Monzo might block a payment, the circumstances under which this can happen, and what your rights are as a Monzo user. Now, Monzo, as a digital-first bank, prides itself on transparency and putting you in control of your finances. They offer a sleek app, instant notifications, and a generally user-friendly experience. So, the idea of them arbitrarily blocking your hard-earned cash might seem counterintuitive. However, like all regulated financial institutions, Monzo has a responsibility to protect both you and the wider financial system. This responsibility sometimes necessitates the ability to intervene in transactions. Let's consider some scenarios. Imagine you're suddenly trying to make a large, unusual purchase in a country you've never visited before. This kind of activity could raise red flags for Monzo's fraud detection systems. These systems are constantly learning and looking for patterns that deviate from your normal spending habits. If a transaction looks suspicious, the system might automatically flag it, and in some cases, temporarily block it to prevent potential fraudulent activity on your account. This isn't meant to be an inconvenience, it's a security measure designed to safeguard your money. Think of it like a sophisticated alarm system for your bank account. If something looks out of place, the alarm might go off, and Monzo's equivalent of the security team might temporarily freeze the situation until they can verify everything is legitimate. Another key reason why Monzo might block a payment is related to legal and regulatory obligations. Banks operate under strict rules designed to combat money laundering, terrorism financing, and other illegal activities. If a transaction is flagged as potentially being linked to such activities, Monzo is legally obligated to investigate and may be required to block the payment. This isn't a decision they take lightly, but it's a crucial part of their responsibility as a financial institution. Furthermore, Monzo, like any bank, has terms and conditions that you agree to when you open an account. These terms outline acceptable and unacceptable use of your account. If Monzo suspects that you are using your account in a way that violates these terms, for example, for illegal purposes or activities that are explicitly prohibited, they may take action, which could include blocking payments. It's also important to consider situations where you might have inadvertently triggered a block. For instance, if you repeatedly enter the wrong PIN for your card at an ATM or during a contactless payment, Monzo might temporarily block the card as a security measure to prevent unauthorized access. Similarly, if you report your card as lost or stolen, Monzo will immediately block it to prevent anyone else from using it. Now, let's delve into the specifics of how Monzo handles these situations. When a payment is blocked, what happens next? Ideally, you should receive a notification through the Monzo app explaining why the payment was declined or blocked. This notification might ask you to confirm the transaction is legitimate or provide further information. It's crucial to pay attention to these notifications and respond promptly. If you don't receive a notification or if you need further clarification, the best course of action is to contact Monzo's customer support directly through the app. They have a dedicated team that can investigate the issue and provide you with more details about why the payment was blocked and what steps you can take to resolve it. One of the advantages of a digital bank like Monzo is the accessibility of their customer support. You can usually reach them quickly through in-app chat, which can be a much faster and more convenient way to resolve issues compared to traditional phone calls with legacy banks. It's also worth noting that Monzo offers various features within their app that can help you manage your account security and potentially prevent payment blocks. For example, you can set spending limits, freeze and unfreeze your card instantly, and review your transaction history to identify any suspicious activity. Utilizing these features can give you more control and help Monzo understand your normal spending patterns, reducing the likelihood of legitimate transactions being flagged as suspicious. So, to directly answer the initial question, yes, Monzo can block payments. However, it's usually not an arbitrary decision. It's typically done for specific reasons related to security, fraud prevention, legal obligations, or suspected breaches of their terms and conditions. The key takeaway here is understanding that these measures are generally in place to protect you and the financial system. While it can be frustrating when a legitimate payment is blocked, it's often a sign that Monzo's security systems are working. To minimize the chances of your payments being unexpectedly blocked, here are a few tips. Keep your contact information up to date. Ensure Monzo has your correct phone number and email address so they can easily reach you if they need to verify a transaction. Be mindful of unusual spending patterns. If you know you'll be making a large or unusual purchase, especially in a new location, it might be worth informing Monzo beforehand through their customer support. Respond promptly to any notifications. If Monzo sends you a notification about a suspicious transaction, address it as soon as possible. Familiarize yourself with Monzo's terms and conditions. Understanding the rules of your account can help you avoid any actions that might lead to payment blocks. Utilize the security features in the Monzo app. Take advantage of spending limits, card freezing options, and transaction monitoring tools. Ultimately, while the possibility of a payment being blocked can be inconvenient, it's a necessary aspect of maintaining a secure and compliant financial system. Monzo's approach, with its emphasis on transparency and accessible customer support, aims to make this process as smooth and understandable as possible. By understanding the reasons behind potential payment blocks and taking proactive steps to manage your account, you can minimize disruptions and enjoy the benefits of banking with Monzo. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.